Zadante, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. I am here with my fellow host,
I'm Jack.
and we are going to be talking about the Pokemon Presents because that is going to be happening later this week. It is going to be happening on Tuesday, and I will be live streaming it. I don't know if Jack is going to be joining me, but it's a possibility. What do you think, Jack?
Probably.
But yeah, so for the record, that is on July 22nd on at 6 a.m. Uh, Pacific time. If you're, I'm not certain exact timings for everyone else, um, but yeah, um, yeah. Look forward to that. That'll be it's gonna be early in the morning for us, so we might be groggy. Uh, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Um, but yeah, so like I said, we did get confirmation of this, and since it is coming out, I thought we would discuss some of our predictions for what we expect to see. I think it's reasonable to assume that we will be getting, um, obviously, like the phone games, which everyone is just tired of those at this point. Um, I don't know if anyone's really excited for that. Do you know of anyone excited for that?
Nope.
Like, I don't know. I know a few people who still play Pokemon Go. Um, but it's been less and less over the past few years, especially. Like, I haven't played Pokemon Go for a long time. Like, I stopped. Like, the funny thing is, I stopped when I had more Pokestops to deal with, to go to. So, it's yeah. Like, so yeah, there was. So I don't know. And since then, people have been complaining about all sorts of things with Pokemon Go because it's really not that great. Um, so I think that they just need to stop, or maybe instead just have a phone game thing, specifically it presents that's just about the phone stuff, and like specifically market it as for the phones because no one cares. No one, or the people who do care, are not the majority. I don't know. So yeah, Pokemon Go, we don't need to worry about that. Pokemon Sleep, we don't need to know anything about that. Um, I think the only phone game that I'm really excited about is Champions, but that's also going to be on the Switch, um, and that's basically going to be the new way to battle with your friends. And like, I think that's cool. Do I think I'm going to play it that much? No, not at all. I do not think I'm actually going to be using that very much. What do you think? Do you think you'll be using that at all?
Probably not.
Yeah. Like, we're not really in the competitive scene. Um, we think that I think that it's very cool, but at the same time, we're not in the competitive scene. So I'm glad that they have something that looks like it could basically that's going to be the main way for competitive moving forward. I think that that's a good thing. Especially if it's going to be something that they're going to expand upon. It's going to be something that will be updated over and over again, rather than, hey, you need to get the new game every single time. Instead, this will be something that you'll be that um, people will be able to play, and they'll be able to import their Pokemon from any game. I think that that's going to be a much better system, um, going forward. Um,
Yeah.
so I think that'll be a fantastic for especially for the competitive scene. I think that there's going to be more people who are going to be playing competitive. I do think that I want to get it since it's going to be on the Switch and it's going to be on the on phone. I do kind of want to get for the Switch and then test it out, see like what exactly is going to be going on with it. But I don't think I'm going to play it that much. Um, so
Fair.
yeah. I imagine that for the Pokemon Presents, they're probably going to talk a little, mostly about that and Pokemon ZA. Um, especially,
Probably.
yeah. I think that to expect anything more than those is kind of foolish. However, there is something that I would hope to see, and we'll get to that afterwards. But I think we should talk about ZA. Firstly, Do you think that they're going to add any Mega Evolutions?
Probably.
Is there any Pokemon that you want to see get a Mega Evolution specifically?
Um, I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah. Um, I think that it's a reasonable assumption to make that they are probably going to give Megas to each of the starters. I think that
Yeah,
I think that's a reasonable assumption to make. Um, I think it might be either or and it's the basic situation. Firstly, I do think that the starters are going to get a alternate evolution. I think that that's a reasonable assumption. But I also think that because of the fact that this is coming back with Mega Evolution, it's a reasonable assumption to make that the starters will also have Mega Evolution. Especially because
that makes sense.
a lot of people were kind of upset about the way that Mega Evolution turned out, and it's not the best system, comparatively. Like now we've got G Max, we've got what what's the current one?
Terrestrialization.
Yeah, Terrestrialization, and like Terrestrialization, same thing goes for Z moves. Like they're fine. Gigantamax was the more fun of the of those. Um, yeah, Gigantamax and Mega Evolution are fun. They're different, and I like that. Um, so I think that they're probably gonna do something with that. I think that they might be hinting at certain Mega Evolutions at some point coming. Um, I don't know. I I feel like there's gonna be Mega Evolutions. Since you're starting at rank Z and going up to A is basically how that's the battle system is gonna work. I'm kind of wondering what exactly is going to be the point where you're going to start seeing the trainers have Mega Evolutions, and I'm hoping that it's gonna be most trainers after a certain point will all have Mega Evolution because of the fact that it's gonna be like that. Maybe even Mega Evolutions will just happen, like out in the wild. I think that could be fun.
I
Maybe
mean, there's not really that much wild space, so that would make sense.
yeah. Um, and well, we don't know exactly how much space it's gonna be. It's a very different. It's a different game. Is just the big thing. We don't really know. I think. Where was it? I think we have a map. I'll look at that really quick while we're talking. Um, and it's not clear to me exactly what they're going to consider the wild space. I'm assuming that a lot of it is going to be open spaces where Pokemon will be wandering, because it doesn't really make sense to have it be the majority of the place is a city, and you're not going to be able to interact with Pokemon, or you're not going to be able to like fake buildings and stuff when there's no Pokemon. That feels odd to me. So I think that there will probably be a lot of shops and stuff, but I also think that there's going to be a lot of spaces where Pokemon are going to be wandering around, and you're going to be able to interact with them. Um, I,
Fair.
I think it's reasonable to assume that Lumio City is probably going to be pretty freaking big, all things considered. Much bigger than it was in the original game. Um,
Yeah.
so it's gonna have a lot of nooks and crannies. There's gonna be a lot of different interesting stuff. Um, but I'm not certain exactly everything, because the thing about it that really comes to mind is that Lumio City was basically just a lot of shops in the original game. Um, like a lot of clothing stores. There was the frickin' fur stuff. Um, they did a lot of weird stuff with Lumio City, but it was pretty much just a shopping area. Um,
Yeah.
like there were some other things to do, but that was primarily it. And since the entire game is going to be inside there this time, I'm kind of wondering if they're going to change that. I think they probably will. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's because another thing that I'm thinking about is that I feel like this game still has to be as big as, especially since they delayed it so much. I feel like it has to be as big or of similar level, probably possibly bigger in scale than that of frickin' Scarlet and Violet. I don't know.
Huh.
I think I like another possibility is that they are actually that they're using this as basically a decoy to basically uh, uh say, "Hey, look at this really cool game. It's cool, right?" And in actuality, they're prepping for freaking Gen 10 because Gen 10 is supposed to come out next year. Um, or that's the assumption, anyways, that a lot of people are making. So yeah, my guess, and like I said, this is just a guess at this point in time, is that they're probably going to give us a hint towards Gen 10 in the next update. Um, or in the which in the Pokemon Direct. Um, I don't think it's gonna be much. I think it might be like just something small, like um, maybe like a screenshot or something, and that'll be like our only clue that Gen 10 is coming, and it will maybe be like silhouettes or something of something cool. Um, I don't know.
Alex Ballon thinks they're gonna announce Gen 10, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to announce it. I think that they're going to hint at it. I think that that's a reasonable assumption to make. Um, but I don't think that they're going to announce it because this is we have um ZA is the next game. Talk about ZA. That is the big thing. That is what they're going to be talking about. And it's probably going to be the majority of this. It's probably going to be mostly like, here's a whole bunch of Mega Evolutions that we're doing because there weren't that many Mega Evolutions before. So we're going to give you a lot more. Um, maybe like so far in the trailer or on their website, I should say, the only ones that they have confirmed the Mega Evolutions is Charizard with X and Y, uh, Genghis Khan, Ampharos, Gardevoir, Sableye, Altaria, Absol, Lucario. Did I say Gyarados? Because Gyarados is also confirmed.
No, you didn't.
Well, there's that. So yeah, so those are the ones that they've confirmed via the website or the trailers. Um, but I think that they're going to have every Mega Evolution that has been in that has existed. Yeah, they show in the trailer more than that. They show Absol for sure. Um, I don't know exactly which ones they'll do, but they'll probably do every single one that we've had in the past. So
Probably.
yeah, so they'll probably have all of those. Um, what some of them might be locked to post game, which I'm hoping is not the case. I hope that you'll be able to get every single Mega Evolution before then, except for maybe legendaries and mythicals. If they do any legendary or mythical Pokemon, I think that those would make sense to have those only be in the post game. Um, and probably also the primal reversions for uh, Kyogre and Groudon, because that is technically that's similar to Mega Evolution, but it's different. So I don't know. Also, I kind of am hoping for frickin' whatchamadiddle, Ash Greninja to show up again. So, but they might change it to be just Mega Greninja, or something like that. And if that's the case, I also hope that they give us Mega Evolutions for the original starters. Um,
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not certain exactly what they'll do with that, but I would love to see them each of them get Mega Evolutions. I think that most likely they're just gonna use Ash Greninja as this is the Mega Evolution for Greninja. Maybe it will be slightly different to show that it's less connected to Ash because that one was completely bound on friendship rather than the Mega ability. So it might change slightly in appearance. And then I think that they could also do, and then they could also do something for the others. I'm for like something cool for Fennekin, something cool for Chespin. I don't know. We'll see for sure. I also think that they should give Mega Evolutions to other starters. I think that more than likely any starter that is going to get Mega Evolution besides the main group of starters. So, the original starters from the original game, and the new starters that we're getting, and probably also the since we've already seen we've already seen Charizard. I think that we'll probably also see Squirtle and Bulbasaur, their Mega Evolutions at some point. But I would like to see every single starter get a Mega Evolution. Exactly how that's going to work, I don't know. But I kind of think that anything that is not going to be available before the post game is probably not going to get a Mega Evolution until after the post game. So that so obviously Cyndaquil, and the Cyndaquil, Oshawott, and Rowlet, they're probably not going to be getting. They might not even get Mega Evolutions because they got their things in in Legends ZA. But I don't know.
Legends Arceus, you mean?
Yeah, Legends Arceus. Sorry, but I don't know. I know a lot of people are kind of wanting to see Mega Dragonite just so that they can say Dragonite. That'd be funny. And then I think that I don't know. I think that they'll I don't know. I think one thing that a lot of that one YouTuber that I follow said is that he only wanted Mega Evolutions for weaker Pokemon rather than like these super powerful Pokemon getting them again with especially the pseudo legendaries. Most of the pseudo legendaries have a Mega Evolution. Well, actually at this point it's about half of them, but yeah, I think let's see. So Dragonite didn't get one. And the one that was and the X and Y one. I'm forgetting which one it was. What was the X and Y pseudo legendary?
I do not remember.
Me neither. Fuck. But I think that those two were the only ones that didn't get Mega Evolutions. Oh fudge. Why am I forgetting? But yeah, like. Let me see. Mega Evolutions. Oh, no. Didn't mean to do that. Mega Evolutions. Dagnabbit, this frickin' thing is just being so dumb today. Okay. It's just auto-filling things, so that's, yeah.
That's always exciting.
Mega Evolution. Let's go to Bulbapedia because that's gonna give me my answers properly. So yeah. So Venusaur, Charizard had two, Blastoise, Alakazam, Gengar, Genghis-Khan, Pinsir, Gyarados, Aerodactyl, Mewtwo, Ampharos, Scizor, Heracross, Houndoom, Tyranitar, Blaziken, Gardevoir, Mawile, Aggron, Medicham, Manectric, Bayonet, Absol, Latios and Latias, Garchomp, Lucario, and Abomasnow. Those were the ones for X and Y, and then they added Beedrill, Pidgeot, Slowbro, Steelix, Sceptile, Swampert, Sableye, Sharpedo, Camerupt, Altaria, Glalie, Salamence, Metagross, Rayquaza, Lopunny, Gallade, Audino, and Diancie. Those were that is all of the Mega Evolutions, and then there's also the Primal Reversions for freaking whatchamadoodles, for Groudon, Kyogre. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's so yeah, I don't remember what the what else what they're missing per se, because there's obviously like a whole bunch of different things, but I think that we're at least going to see all of those guys get their Mega Evolutions are probably going to come back, whether or not it's like some of them I think are probably going to be locked behind the post game, so like Diancie, Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza. Possibly some of the starters. Probably some of the Latios and Latios are probably going to be locked behind there. Mewtwo is definitely going to be locked. Well, Mewtwo might not be locked. Mewtwo might come back, but I don't know. I kind of wonder if they might use for for Zygarde, they might have his ultimate form, the 100% form, that might be changed to basically function like a Mega. Like maybe I'm assuming that he's probably going to start out as the 10% form, and then maybe you'll be able to unlock 50%. But then I think 100% form, that might just function as a Mega.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Which I'd be down for. I would 100% be down for that. I know that some people would probably still want to be able to use that like all the time, but either 100% form I think should be something that is relegated to basically function like Mega Evolution, because it takes a lot of effort for him to gain 100% form, or his 100% form isn't actually 100%, and it's basically like a smaller version of him, and he basically grows to his full size when he Mega Evolves or something like that.
I can see that too.
So I don't know exactly how they're gonna how it would function, but those are like some of my guesses as to what it will do, because we know that Zygarde is gonna be in the game. We've already seen 10% form. We assume that 50% form is probably gonna be in there at some point, as will 100% form, but and they'll probably show that as well. If they don't show 100% form at some point in the trailer, in like in the presents, then I think that it's reasonable to assume that it's going to be something that is really late, and that they're going to change some things. But I don't know. That's just some of my first guesses. But yeah, I think what would be a good. I think that there's going to be a lot of interesting details, to say the least, when it comes to to basically how the megas are going to work, how whether or not we're going to even see some of the legendaries. Personally, I would like to see Xerneas and Yveltal to show up at some point. I'm not certain how they're going to interact with the story, because this is in the future. So technically, Xerneas and Yveltal should be captured by by our old trainer. And this isn't much later. So I don't know. Like yeah, they should probably be I don't know. Yeah, I think that the two. I feel like they might get megas actually. I'm not certain exactly what it will be, but I think that could be interesting. Maybe it's not even maybe it's something that is relegated to after you get Zygarde, and basically maybe they don't fuse with Zygarde, but it's like something along those lines. It's where you have to Zygarde gives them the power to be stronger, or maybe gives them balance. Um, maybe it will literally give a piece of its soul, or a piece of it, one of its cells to each of them, and that will allow them to mega evolve. Um,
Interesting thought.
yeah, like I said, I'm not certain on exact ways that this will work, and most likely they're not going to even talk about that in when it comes to the presents. But yeah, I think primarily they're going to be showing off mega evolutions. They will probably show some other areas of the city. Um, they might show us some new Pokemon. I think that we will probably be seeing new Pokemon. Exactly how that's going to work, I don't know. Um, they might show us riding Pokemon. They might show us. I especially think that we're going to be riding Go-Go around because that was kind of a whole thing in the original games. So I think that
Yeah.
I think we'll see that. I think that we will also see new evolutions that we haven't seen before. Um, as well as there might be a small hint at some extra stuff that's going to be happening that they want to keep secret until the very end. I think that that's a reasonable assumption to make. Um,
They do like hinting at things.
yeah, they do like hinting at things, and I think that that's an important detail as well. With like why I think that there could be a hint towards Gen 10. I don't think we're gonna realize it's a hint towards Gen 10 until afterwards. Um, we might just think that that's another thing about ZA, but then we'll never see it in ZA, and we're gonna be like, huh, oh, that must have been the hint towards Gen 10. And we're probably not gonna see anything about Gen 10, like fully about Gen 10, until the 30th anniversary presents.
Watch that be the only thing this Pokemon Presents is about, though.
Huh?
It'd be so ironic if we're like, yeah, we're not gonna hear anything about Gen 10, and then this is like they just open up with Gen 10.
I highly doubt it because they
I
want
mean, same, but it'd be really funny.
it would be extremely funny. I don't think that they're going to if they will say anything, it's gonna be a small announcement, basically like, hey, um, the 30th anniversary is coming. We're gonna be doing something really big, and it's gonna be Gen 10. Um, but in the meantime, we hope that you will enjoy seeing stuff about uh, Pokemon Legends ZA. Because yeah, it's the 30th anniversary next year, so they're probably going to be mostly focusing on that. Um,
True.
so I don't know. I don't know exact details with that. Um, I think that it would be a interesting thing for them to do, where they would actually have Pokemon Legends ZA and be involved with that. Um, but primarily they're going to talk about ZA. There's no doubt in my mind that that's going to be their main focus, because we're not far. We're only like 3 months away from ZA launching. In fact, we're less than that. It's coming out October 16th. So yeah, we're probably going to be they probably want to talk a lot about that. Get people hyped for it so that they'll purchase it as soon as possible.
Yup.
And like, I don't know. I think that a lot of people. I do have to say though, it's kind of funny because, at the same time there's a lot of things coming out in October, which that's fair. It's the start of the holiday season. They want to get things out so that people will purchase them for Christmas.
True.
So, yeah, I think Legends ZA is gonna be fantastic though. I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. Um,
Agreed. I'm super excited about it.
I am curious what is gonna be the difference though between the Switch version and the Switch 2 version, because there's probably gonna be some major differences between the two versions. They're probably gonna have to cut certain content. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna cut content, but there's a possibility that they'll cut content for the Switch version, and that kind of concerns me. I'm hoping that the only difference is graphical and how it runs, rather than it being like there's some content that you cannot get if you play it on the Switch. But knowing Nintendo, they might do that, which does kind of concern me. Or maybe you'll have to pay extra for it, which would that would also suck. But like maybe like there's some DLC or something that the Switch 2 version will get automatically, but the Switch version will have to pay for, which I'm hoping is not the case, but that might be something that they'll do. I don't know, because the nice thing about the thing though that I do like though is that when it came to Pokemon with the Switch 2 upgrade, is that they automatically did it. They every single Switch game that was for Pokemon got minor updates automatically. You didn't have to purchase anything at all. So I think that was a really good thing, and I think that they knew that was going to be their best option with that, especially because Scarlet and Violet, a lot of people were not happy about the way that it functioned on the original Switch, so they knew that they had to give them the upgrades immediately.
Definitely, and it is gorgeous on the Switch too.
It is. It absolutely is. I should finish playing through it. I need to. I started to play through on for Scarlet on there, but yeah, I should do that at some point. But yeah, ZA is. It looks like it's going to be interesting. I do hope that they're going to tell us a little bit more about what has happened since X and Y in the world of ZA. One thing that is also an interesting idea, and I'm just spitballing right now, but what would be nice is if there is a reference to your trainer somewhere in the game. Like, yeah, maybe your trainer is still the champion. Like, it's not Diantha anymore. Maybe or was it Diantha? It was Diantha, right? Who was the
Yeah, I think so.
Diantha's the champion. So maybe Diantha will show up at some point in the game, and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm not the champion anymore. This amazing trainer took my place a few years back." And that's it. That's all. I think that would be fine to just have that and hint towards the fact that yeah, our trainer has remained the champion since. I think that would be super cool.
That'd be crazy cool.
And maybe they're just busy. Maybe they are dealing with certain things, or maybe we'll hear about them like constantly, but we never get to see them because they know that they don't want to show our character because you were able to fully customize your character before,
Right.
So they don't want to step on people's toes. But we'll like constantly be hearing about the champion is doing all these things and is helping out around the town. But we never get to see them. We're always just a few minutes late or something like that. I think that would be cool. I don't think they're gonna do like fully that. I think at most they're probably going to have it be like, yeah, you're this amazing trainer who beat me a few years back and is still the champion, and that's it. I think that that's gonna be it. That we're not gonna hear from them ever again. Diantha is gonna be basically be the one who's gonna be interacting with us the most.
Yeah.
Also, she just needs to be more involved because she was not involved practically at all in the original game, which was just kind of sad because we really should have seen more from her. Another thing I'm curious about: do you think that we're going to see anything on the Greater Kalos area for in ZA besides Lumios.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, I don't think so either. I really don't, and it kind of makes me sad because I would like to see more of Lumio City, or more of. I would like to see Kalos in the new engine, and see what how things have changed, over the past few years. Like, granted, it's great to see Lumio City. It's gonna be so much fun to be traveling around there and see, especially. I think another thing that we're probably going to be seeing in this is going to be the mounts. I think that we're probably going to, firstly, we're probably going to get Go-Go. Go-Go is probably going to be the first one that we're going to be riding around on. And then I don't know what the water one is going to be, but I'm hoping that's that it's a Pokemon from X and Y, but I'm not certain who it would be. Or maybe it will be a brand new Pokemon. Maybe all of the Pokemon will be like evolved forms of Pokemon from here. I don't know. Or alternate evolutions. I don't know. We need to see more stuff. Please let this be a good game. That is all I ask. I hope that it's gonna be fun. I hope that it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, same.
That is all I ask for. Let it be a good, fun game. And yeah. And yeah, I hope that we're gonna. I don't know. I think that we're like I said, we will be doing a reaction and discussion about it. Probably as like as a live stream. At least I'll be there. Jack, you think that you'll be there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So sounds like a plan. So look forward to that on Tuesday. That'll be in the morning, and then after that will be the Final Fantasy stream. But yeah, look forward to that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And we're gonna just rip the game to shreds. We're gonna rip the direct to shreds. Just like talk about every little detail.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be really, really fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's nerd chat, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. But on.